aside for a greater journey. Let my flow so coldly put aside for a higher on a day when the world was not awake. I crashed the river and the waters of oblivion. This day I'll never fail. I wanna fly and resurrect. And land in the celestial. That far of my immortal soul. I'm leaving for a new day. As my ashes fall in the rain. Release the wonder, you authorize it. Sacrificial lesson from fight to combat. The ashes crowded, I call to release. Escape of the phoenix. On this day that the world was not awake, I stood up to watch while the heavens wept. It's river for the fun of resurrect. Threw myself on the stage and burned, and all the lives where I lived and learned. Nothing secret in halos. I give this crown to the one who follows. The ways of wonder, you authorize it. Sacrificial lesson from fight to combat. The ashes crowded, I call to weakness. Escape of defeat from ashes to nothing. Could have the welcome treated. We are the secret ashes of I'm reaching, I'm stretching to not fall from grace into oblivion. I'm calling for freedom, escape of defeat. Release the wonder, you authorize it. Sacrificial lesson from fight to combat. The ashes crowded, I call to release. Escape of defeat. The ways of wonder, you authorize it. Sacrificial lesson from fight to combat. The ashes crowded, I call to weakness. Escape of defeat. It is the emptiness. It's not the fear, it's how the blind rushes. It's not the fleeing, it's the leaving. And on the hillside, the days are changed. I shuttle doors to summer, opening the vaults to fall. Closing my mind to a color. Midwinter calls. Home. We are lost. Far from home. We never discovered a way to get close. Our whole existence. I'm lost alone. I never shot brightly. I never cried lightly. I just thought that I don't know the demons are fighting. I know the fucking day. It's the reek of emptiness. So it's not the fear, it's the self-esteem is precious. It's not the fleeing, it's not the leaving. And I'm on the inside, never change. It's step down, and simply being. These are the fears that I'm battling through. We are lost, far from home. We never discovered a way to get close. Our whole existence, I'm lost alone. We were tears in the storm, like roses in the fall. Too far. I shuttle doors to summer, open the vaults to fall, closing my mind to the colors, made with the calls. We are lost, far from home. We never discovered a way to get close. Our whole existence, our lives
That's enough of that. Well, I done fucked that up, huh? I had the microphone on mute. Oops a daisy. What are you gonna do? The shit happens. I think they made a bumper sticker out of that. I would replay it, but it's my show. I guess I could if I wanted to, right? But let's move on with this. We'll just say I had a faux pas of myself. Okay, that's good enough. So let's get off with the most obvious, I suppose. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Laughing Lamps Salty Coat Conversation Session number 40. We made it that far because of a free time that I create for myself. For myself, I do it. I'll be your host, Gin of the Lamp, your inner fear. Uh-oh. And it's a time to talk. I told you, until the next time. And this show is full of a my talk, a one-sided conversation. You'll get it? Okay. Okay. Some of us forgot to CALLATT. Go down the center. Down the center. Call collect. Anybody else remember the trick of making the payphone call itself on an endless ringing? Just have somebody walk by, pick up to a ringtone. Burp, 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 burp. You'd think you'd know, but then you knew. What do I know? Chaos. I know a chaos, motherfuckers, and welcome to my show full of a shit. Comes straight out of my head. I had to miss out. I had to put a delay. I was on travel. I was on holiday. On vacation. Emergency leave. Leave. Temporary absence. Momentary disappearance. Temporary relocation. How many words of phrase would you like me to turn? I was away. I had to take care of some business. If you paid attention, I said where I was going. I didn't say what I was up to, but I said I was going. I'm back, motherfuckers. Welcome home to my lamp. Full of amps? No, just a 1 amp. One motherfucking hot fire flame smoky piece of shit. Getting a smoked out. So, after all of that shit, poster number 1. Welcome. Analyze your analogy. Imagine your metonymy. Hope on emblems of allegory. Personify your symbols. Did you get it? Did you get it? I have to explain it. Let's break it down. They're all synonyms for metaphor, for one word. A same type of a symbology. Personified. I want to take a moment for stupidity's sake. For the images that we create when a different word or phrase is put to us in an explanation of a same similar motherfucking shit. But I guess that's just on me. To each of their own, right? How many times you heard it the same thing put a different ways from a different people because of a different sound and a different moment of a different feeling of a different all kind of a shit. Shit. Okay. Well, that's all I did there. Have a fun. That's why I said I have a fun. Every single post, pretty much, I have says I have a fun. Because I'm playing with you. I have been playing with you from day motherfucking 1. Happy birthday. And that will be coming up again, huh? Happy birthday. I'm not saying no special motherfucking day. Because I thought today specifically was actually every other day, every day. Excusez-moi, pardonnez-moi. Maybe it's my French, maybe it's my Arabic, maybe it's my Spanish, maybe it's my Italian. Who knows? Perhaps it's my English. My main language that I seem to be speaking. We and we out, some accents here and there, thrown in. I throw it in. And I play with the balls a little bit. I titillate until somebody ejaculate. Orgasm. Post number 2. I'm a little under the weather, so excusez-moi. I have a little bit of a sinus headache, I guess, and a slight cough. Slight. It's not severe. Do you see me dying? Oh, please, get the fuck out of here. Even in war, there is an apparent way to do things correctly. Quote, quote. In unity, no way. With agreements, Really? A discussion? Ah, mutually. So they must feel similarly somewhere. Ah, stop putting words of definitions that you think into somebody else's knowledge of the words that they speak. Those spells is casted their way. You take the hit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Right. Why were Nazi reporters, Vietnam reporters, World War One, World War Two reporters in any kind of a danger? Well, because honestly, motherfucker, your side of the story don't need it to be told. So I took a risk to be out there. Hide me in your trenches, please. They will shoot me. That's kind of funny when you think about the idea of a flag man running into war, especially back in the old days. It's like, what? Dude, you're putting yourself out there. Yeah, but if I go down, they know we'll surrender. Huh? It's a symbology type of shit. Yeah, fuck you, symbology. When the ship goes down, the captain, he really stays? Well, maybe by tradition's sake, huh? By our tradition's sake, but by personal sake, the one who gotta take care of himself, got a family to feed as well. Tell me where they put their loyalty and honor. Truly, truly, truly. The mother ship, the motherland, the mother country. Who knows? Some other time. Why are today's war reporters any kind of a safer? Have fun. No, tell me. Tell me. Ooh, I gotta fly. Hello. Tell me why any reporter ever felt safe in a battlefield. Tell me why anybody on a battlefield in a war zone of any kind of a boom boom shooty shooty type of a discussion, arguments and tensions, quarrels and beefs, disagreements, physical and mental, spiritual, who knows? Oh my god. Oh, okay. I I guess I got a hint of that ideology when I was reading the newspaper, of course. See, I just tend to follow just to see what the fuck is going on. And I just noticed the trends. So I'm gonna like harp on those trends. It's a repeat, so I'm going to repeat as well. It's a repeat of repeats, said differently, for the purposes of triggering different images to scroll through your head for the ideology of the generally idea that's going on. But if we specify this image, then you focus on that kind of a war. You say that word, and usually I see a different whole kind of image. Even I know what kind of a technology we have. I can see new kinds of images when you say that word. You're telling me to focus on this one specifically. My friends, it doesn't work that way. But you fall for it. You seem to fall for it. Well, perhaps you needed to focus a little more. Post the number 3. I'm moving on quickly because I swear, I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little under the weather. I still got to get some sleep for work. The truth isolates. This is a confirmation, one of many that I received on my holiday, K. Oh fuck it, time off, motherfucker, time off. The truth isolates. Lies unite. Hmm. I when I just came back, a few days ago. One of the first shows she put on was Bullshit on Netflix. So here I am advertising, I guess. Howie Mandel, a silent and shadowy role model of mine that I would never really truly accept to a degree. Interesting, huh? But Bobby's World, the story in which I'm always given and where I get my old nickname, and yet I have that newspaper article at 3 years old, prior to any visual memory of my babysitter in the first place, prior to any visual memory of me receiving my name, at least the images that I put. Who knows? Who knows? This is what I seem to recall, based off of most of the stories that tell me that click and add correctly for me. The only reason why that memory tends to repeat is just either that or it's a forced upon way to look at. Since it's blacked out, here, let me put this one in there. But then here, let me break that with you with a past image. Oh shit. I know I definitely don't recall that. Well, needless to say. The truth isolates. Always puts somebody at odds. It's not always a truth, maybe. Maybe it's just a different way of seeing it. But you have to ask at all times, how is any possible way of seeing it different? How are you able to? Huh, to each of their own. To each of their own. There seems to be a casual way of thinking. and everybody keeps calling it outside of the box. So perhaps there are a sheep, and perhaps there are black ones. Who created the colors was metaphors, analogies, allegories, and all kind of a shit made from the past, based off of their daily life routines. Wanna make sense how this day is going? Well, let me explain it to you in a sheep's day. Something you know you do all day, watch those motherfuckers, milking your cows and shit, playing with your chickens and all kind of a stuff. So, you got a problem with a human being? Remember when the piggies do this? And the chickens went after, you understand now? Tantalanta, tantalanta. The Catholics took the kiss and the Orthodox took the spirit. Either way, you get fucked, mind, body, and soul, motherfucker. So tell me, when you're mentally fucked, some of you give up your physical as well. What do you do? What do you do when you're broken? You gotta get fixed. Put them together. If you cannot do it, perhaps you need outside help. A spotlight, a magnifying glass. Maybe you just need the tools, because I believe you can do it yourself. A guiding hand, a firm position. Who knows? Like, look at that. Right on the time. Right on time. I got an Amber Alert in Florida, in Orange County. A kidnapped child. As we speak, bullshit going on. Bullshit. On the top is the Amber Alert, motherfucker. A vibration catch me off guard. So, about that shit. You wanna tell me real or not real? Reality, not reality? Go fuck yourself. This shit's like twice a month. What's a real to you? What's a fake to you? What's going on here? Oh, I just came from up north. We don't get amber alerts necessarily, no. We get the fucking gray silver alerts. The old motherfucker crazy loose piece of shit. That's what you get over there. The funny part is I live in a part of place where do you expect that? The retirement home, the place they go to die. The place that they go to die, you would expect a bunch of silver alerts. The motherfucker the crazy. Run away from the home. We take care of him and he took our car. Oh, grandma, somebody ran away. You would expect that here. No, that's up north. That's in New Jersey, New York area. Silver. You get ambers. It's a shame too, because eventually they end up here. 1+1. Do we accept the reality? Because if you don't, when you fuck up real badly, I'll see you here soon. I'll see you here trying to rebuild. So the Catholics took the kiss, the serpentine tongue, the word play, trickery, fucker with your mind. Not to mention years and years, torture dungeons, watching people suffer through hunger, depression created through hunger, depression created through isolation, depression, bunch of one-word things created through a bunch of other webby stuff. Boy, no, not just at them. I harp on at them. A lot of people know that shit about other human beings. What breaks their spirit, huh? Broken spirits, broken wings, running eagles. Shit. Have a fun. Next up post. Next up post. Oh, the cats are fighting. Next up post. How much have you paid? Attention. Very good. How well can you see? A problem. Yeah, shit. General or specific? How often have you offered? Solutions. You mean like a financially? No. Well, who gives a real life a shit? Are you feeling lonely yet? Have a fun. Have a fun. You see? When you can finally potentially see, 1,000 potential reasons for your problem, do they really want you help? Or did they seem to figure it out already? But I need a safer way to do it. So, can you confirm for me how you would do it? Can you show me? Do it yourself. Let me see. Oh, thank you. Test dummy. Oh, they fucked you with this? Shit, correct this. Correct that and correct this. Thank you so much for your lessons today. Time to move on with my life. Who gives a real life shit? Because really, see, the point of that story was about the whole selfish part. Selfish person did always think about themselves. And at the end of the day, you should be thinking about yourselves too. Yeah, you have a family, but if you can't support yourself, how do you expect to help with that? Well, everything I use for myself, I use it for them. Ah, good argument, but you got to get it. So you got to think about it you. So you fucked up your argument. Go ahead, try me. I'm waiting. Nothing? Then shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouths. Because apparently, next post, motherfuckers, move on. You don't want to see, so why you have eyes? Oh, grandma, such big eyes you have, a bigger nose you have, a bigger ears you have, a bigger teeth you have. Grandma got all that shit. It was a big bad wolf, wasn't it? Okay, you don't want to hear? Then why you have ears? Some of us are born deaf. Some of us are born blind. Oh, some of us are born stupid. What are you gonna do about it? Okay, you don't want to think, then lose your fucking mind. Everything is a think, a thought. What I'm gonna do, say, move, how many fingers, what do I need to grab, this, that shit. Gotta think. Yeah, but you're talking about like a psychology. The inner me, you're not supposed to judge and see. But I see. I know. I connect. I know people been. I connect. I see it. I see. Fallacies, falsenesses. Oh, let's use a bunch of words to figure it out. Okay. You don't want to feel? Yeah, that makes a sense. That makes a sense. You got 5 of them at least you thought about. I claim about number 6. I claim it. I feel. But I touch, I feel. Touch and feel is the same as saying you're playing with the words yourself. Maybe I'm playing with the words. Maybe the words have been played out, taken away. So you don't think of a simile, similar, same. Definition 1, 2, and 3. So fucking out of this world, not even worth the consideration. That's okay. I know people. Hey, look at me. If there is a 1, there's always a 1. Then there can be many. Crazy. Chaos. Shit. Evidence-based practice. I'm doing it right now, and you've been seeing it your whole lives. But you go back into a textbook. Evidently, none of you practice shit. You read a shit, you relate what you read with the shit. When that reading don't relate, you find an alternative wordplay that correlates to make a sense. Okay, why couldn't you make a sense with the original? Like a religion. Started from a 1. If you think about it, there was one big motherfucker all of a sudden. I see a different ways. So there's a 1 example. There's always 1. That 1 turned into many other pies of examples, broken down segregations of general specifics. Oh shit. You're right. Some can be say argument is necessary. Some can say, what was the point? What was the necessity of breaking that down at all? That was the unifying big piece of chunk that helped glue those pieces together. But if those big chunk of glue is a segregated glue, then it's a segregating a unity amongst the pieces you created. Done. Shit, did you see that picture? Did you see that? Did it create a surah? Aha! What's a surah? Asfura, Mantura, huh? Surah's picture. You want to learn Arabic? What's it called? What's that fucking order? You know who she is. Rosetta Stone. There you go. Order that. It's a dialect problem. You're not gonna find it. Did you see? No, go blind. Did you hear any of that shit? No, go deaf. Take the headphones out of your ears. Did you want to think about anything more? Did you never wanted to think again? I don't know. Maybe I only want to think about us, which includes thinking about me, which again, thinking, too much of thinking. Actions require thoughts. Don't tell me thinking act different. Thinking and actions have differences. To oneself, which may affect more than one. Did you connect any dots? Or are you still confused by pieces? Definitions 1, 2, and 3. You telling me. Next post, pretty long one, yes? A coincidence worth the coin. Establish a phrase worth a trend. Tomorrow the show postponed. Again and again and again. Has a Lamb of God lyric. Ree! Let's dance. Coin the phrase and dance. Did you really do that? Ah, you see how easy that was? Deprived lives, sleep loss, personally me. Lag of jets, oh, pay attention. Playoffs to test the birdie is dead. Testaverde is a quarterback way back in the day. Vinny Testaverde was the reason my dad was introduced to being a Jets fan originally. You see? Turned into a Giants fan later on. Wait, I'll keep telling the story. Deprived lives, sleep loss, lag of jets. Playoffs to test. The birdie is dead. Fan the giant, yank your ease. We've met the beasts. Their socks are red and white, giving us the blues. What a mess. Time it to sweep. I see you tomorrow. I have a bones to pick. Have a fun. All right. In my household, I grew up in New Jersey, like I said. And my dad was a Jets fan that I could recall in the NFL football standard, and he was always a New York Yankees fan in baseball standards. Uh, we didn't really get into hockey, so we can't really speak on that. But naturally, I would imagine it would have been a New Jersey Devils fan, which I've been to Devil Stadium for a concert, God forbid's final concert that I could recall just a few months prior to them breaking up. And I played them just a few episodes ago. Needless to say, he was a Jets fan, turned into a Giants fan predominantly when Manning came into the picture. So obviously, see how things add up. You know, see, oh, you sure you're just this kind of a team? I question those that are only this kind of a team. I question that. Hey, I'm only blue or I'm only red. I'm only Giants, I'm only Jets. I'm only Yankees, I'm only Mets. But these players drift and trade and switch and swatch. Boy, didn't they fuck your head up when fucking Damon went over to New York? Tell me how that works out. Okay. Speaking of, so I was actually born in Massachusetts. So I never really chose football teams. I never really chose a team. I chose teams based off of where I was currently living, which meant I was a Clifton Mustang at the time, and I didn't ever consider myself a Garfield Boilermaker, ever. I tried out once, didn't succeed, and I didn't really support our sports team because I stopped supporting the people that I saw there. I didn't like the people. To each their own. It's a judgment I've made, an opinion I've conceived through the thought patterns that I've made. To each their own. Shit that I've seen in Bergen County. Shit that I know in Bergen County. What do I know? What the fuck do I know? It's chaos. It's bullshit. A lot of shit going on just there. A lot of shit going on back in Syria even. A lot of shit going on all over the world apparently. Why? A lot of things to think about, huh? Fuck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, and then I forget which World Series. See, I don't follow sports, so those of you who know already, Boston was finally making a good comeback one year, and they met the New York Yankees in the semifinals, I suppose, right before the World Series. And Boston was down 3-0. And out of nowhere, the curse of the Bambino disappears, and they sweep the Yankees 4-0 afterwards. And they go off to win the World Series. I said to myself, fuck it, I was born in Massachusetts, so I'm just going to naturally choose for shits and giggles Boston-type teams. Next thing I know, New England Patriots and all kinds of Boston and Massachusetts related teams. But I never followed sports. I never really gave a shit. I just always heard. I listened. I paid attention that way. I didn't dig into specifics of player trading and franchises and stuff like that. And nor did I ever care. I saw a side of even a professional sport that makes me throw away the whole ideology of watching it on television and the professionalism that they supposedly are supposed to lead by example with. And that goes for many other. I've joined the military. I've seen their lead by example. I've seen the people that have joined in the military gotten away properly, and even those that have been caught, good people that have been caught negatively, and bad people who get discharged properly. A lot of backwards shit going on in life. People within fields of study that absolutely don't, in my opinion, see, it's opinionated judgment, don't deserve it. Understood things wrongly, even got blowjobs to get past their grades. You know this stuff goes on and it happens. And they're out there and they're certified and they're washing money for somebody somewhere. It is what it is. To each of their own. That's a fucking life. Full of shit. You want to make to be happy? I am. I'm absolutely as happy as can be. Naturally. With what I got, with what I can be. Ta-ta-da-dee. I have a good time with my life, and I got a bunch of shit I've been dealing with all kind of places, everywhere, all kind of spots. Doesn't matter. That word of happiness was a to each of their own. I found a definition, 1, 2, and a 3, maybe 4, 5, and a 6. I created that word in all kind of a ways so that I can endure this life that challenge is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on this semi-quick session of the Laughing Lamps salty-coated conversation session, number 40. Until the next time, hopefully I get my head back on our track. A little under the weather, like I said, so apologies. Plus, I fucked up at the first track. Until the next time, I'm your host, Genevieve Lamp, your inner fear. Take care, be well, and be safe. Bye-bye.